Greetings to you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, who is the what. I let you watch the previous two videos and come up with the right answer. During the time that you are here, you'll be making two presentations. One is your personal story, which is unique to you, and yet, because of common experience, you'll find that others quickly connect with how God has been providentially working in you, has prepared good works for you throughout all of eternity, and how you're on the journey of unfolding and discovering into your own obedience to Him. You'll also be making ministry presentations, what your current ministry is and what you anticipate the future to be. We want you to be filled with truth in your presentation, but vision for the future. So we want you to get ready for it, and here is the admissions team, which will tell you how to get ready, both logistically, but especially from your heart, in identifying what God has been doing in your life.
Greetings, pastors. We will go over two assignments you will need to complete before you arrive. The first is a 10-minute ministry presentation, and the second is a 20-minute personal testimony. Before we go over those two assignments, we want to do a quick review of the items we covered in the first two videos. First, you need to obtain a current passport and a current visa. If you haven't already, please apply for a passport immediately and work with our visa coach to set up your visa appointment and complete the necessary visa paperwork. Now remember, we will not purchase your flight until you have both a valid passport and a valid visa. The longer you delay in applying for your visa, the more expensive your flight will be. Second, we need your candidate information form. In the first video, we covered details about completing the candidate information form. If you need the form, it is available on the REACH website. And if you need to review the details for filling out this form, you can go back and watch video 1. And finally, in video 2, we discussed the process of purchasing your round-trip flight to Dallas, Texas. If you have a current passport and a current visa, you should be in contact with us about reserving your flight. If you have not, go back, watch video 2, and then contact us right away. Now, let's go over your next two assignments, the ministry presentation and personal testimony presentation.
Greetings, pastors. I'm going to briefly go over two assignments you need to complete before coming to Dallas. For both assignments, you can also find detailed documents to assist you on the REACH website. Let's begin with your 10-minute ministry presentation. During one of the lunchtime sessions at the Dallas GPA, you will have 10 minutes to share information about yourself and your ministry. Your audience during this presentation will be your Dallas GPA brothers, REACH staff, master coaches, and sometimes other friends of REACH. To create the content of your presentation, you will need to answer 7 questions. The questions are: what is your name and what country are you representing? What is the name of your church? How long have you been serving in this ministry at the church? What is one significant aspect of your ministry at the church? What is one of the greatest successes of your ministry? What is one of the greatest challenges for your ministry? And finally, what is one brief ministry prayer request? We would love for you to include visual elements in your presentation. However, do not let pictures or videos dominate your presentation. You may also bring small gifts or mementos for the audience if you wish. For example, in the past, one pastor brought candy from his home country. This is a great way to have your fellow pastors and the rest of the audience experience your country and ministry. Finally, if you have a PowerPoint or video to share, let us know before you come to Dallas so we can make sure we have the right equipment for your presentation. We have posted in the Dallas GPA section of the REACH website a couple of examples of past presentations to help you. If you have any questions or want to explore some of your creative ideas for the presentation, please contact us and we will be happy to help.
Your audience for this presentation will only be your fellow Dallas GPA pastors. Your entire personal testimony is simply one long answer to the question, how has God created and shaped you to reflect His glory? Answering this question highlights how God sovereignly and graciously created you and has used significant experiences, people, events, and more to form who you are today. We find that remembering our stories helps us to better understand and more deeply appreciate how God has demonstrated grace, answered prayers, deepened our love for Him, and increased our faith. Sharing our stories gives God great pleasure and will connect you with your fellow Dallas GPA brothers in ways that you have never expected. There are 4 steps to preparing and presenting your personal testimony. The first step is to compile all the elements in your personal testimony. The second step is to decide what to include. The third step is to organize all of these elements into a succinct story. And then the final step is to take your organized elements and form them into a presentation. Now, let's go over these steps one at a time. First, compile all the elements in your personal testimony by following our Preparing Your Personal Testimony guide. Begin by taking some time to pray and write out your life journey. Be as expansive as possible. For each life stage, there are different sections to cover, and each section has questions for you to answer. The Preparing Your Personal Testimony instructions can be found in the Dallas GPA section of the REACH website. After you compile all the elements of your personal testimony, you will likely have too much information. If you use all the elements of your personal testimony, you'll be well over the 20-minute limit. That is why your next step is to decide what you need to include and exclude from your final presentation. Focus on the most significant influences and experiences in your life. Choose the experiences that have made a lasting impact on your development. Once you have decided what to include, the third step is to organize all of it into a logical flow. A good way to do this is to ask, how do these people, places, and events fit together? Answering that question will help you organize all of your information. Once you have this written, edited, and then organized, your final step is to form the information into a presentation. Please practice presenting your life story before coming to the Dallas GPA. As you practice, time yourself. You may find that your presentation is too long and needs to be further edited. Now, practice multiple times. Remember that the Preparing Your Personal Testimony document that is found on the REACH website has a lot more details to help you.
Thanks for watching this video. Remember, there are documents to help you finish your ministry presentation and your personal testimony presentation on the Dallas GPA section of the REACH website. Also, don't forget to do the other tasks necessary to the admissions process. If you need help completing those tasks, you can also view videos 1, 2, or send the admissions team a message. We look forward to seeing you in a few months.